Alright, number 3, we want to complete the sentence. The function f of x equals x squared is decreasing on the interval. Okay, so you need to be familiar with what x squared looks like. So when you go back to our parent functions, and here's x squared. Okay, we got a parabola, U-shape. So we want to know where it's decreasing. Okay, so let me explain decreasing. Now in class, I may have showed you the slope face. Let me show you that again. Circle. The way you read a graph is going left to right. So going left to right, this line is going downward from left to right. So it is understood to be a negative. Left to right, this one is going upward, up. So it would be a positive. We have a vertical line straight up and down that is undefined. And then we have a horizontal line that would be zero slope. So just dealing with linear, this also helps you with increasing and decreasing. So we want to know where's that graph going down, left to right. So this is the image that we saw. We saw a U-shaped parabola like this. Those arrows are here. Now, don't let those arrows fool you. That doesn't mean that we're going up, but you read the graph going left to right. So coming from the left side and going to the right side. This is in the x direction. This is negative infinity, and this is positive infinity. Of course, this is 0, 0, 0. So as I'm going from negative infinity from the left side, because this graph goes and continues, it runs off the screen. As I go from the left to the right, this is decreasing from negative infinity from way to the far until we get to 0. Okay, so the way that we do that is we label it based on the x-axis, this part here. So it's decreasing from the left, negative infinity, and we know negative infinity because this arrow indicates that it's off screen, that the graph will continue forever. So decreasing from negative infinity, and we stop at 0. And we always use the proper endpoint. So negative infinity we don't reach, so parentheses, 0 we do actually reach 0, so we put a bracket. Okay, for some reason, okay, I was saying my stuff wasn't showing. Okay, so negative infinity to 0, option 1. Alright, so number 4, we have a piecewise function. So we have, they call it a piecewise because there's 3 different pieces where you have equations and then you have restrictions, what numbers that you use this equation for. And so our question wants to know which pieces should be used to find the y-intercept. Okay, well the y-intercept, okay, which we used it previously in a problem, y-intercept, we know that x equals 0. That's the key. So we want to know which one will contain x equals 0. So if you look at these limitations, this first one says x is less than 2. So that would be 1, 0, and all those negative numbers. So this is the one that would include 0. If you look at these other equations, between 2 and 10 does not include x equals 0, and greater than 10 does not include 0. So you only want to use this equation 5x minus 2. Okay, so 5x minus 2 would be the equation that we would use to find the y-intercept.